Hi everyone, welcome to the 13th episode of the Londonderry View, and we are so glad to be back together. It seems like that a lot has happened, a lot of great things, but it's just nice to be back. And tonight we have the newest cast member of the Londonderry View, and we're so happy that Kirby is back with us. But we'd like to introduce you to our Charlie. So, Kirby, how are you?
Good. Hi, world.
Welcome to the View.
Oop, he's like ready to talk.
Motherhood?
It's good. Tiring,
You're
but good.
enjoying it?
I
Look at
am.
him.
Yes. Yeah, he's a people person. He
And
loves
he-
being. He's famous. He loves being on camera. His name is Charlie Brown. So, yeah. Oh, right now he might be doing something else.
You look phenomenal too.
Yeah,
Thank
great.
you. Thank you. Yeah,
Perfect.
it's good. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And he's gained 3 pounds?
Oh yes,
Wow.
he's a fat child now. Oh yes, he got the baby rolls. I said to Matt, I was like, he has rolls. Matt's like, yeah. I was like, you don't know what that means.
And how old is he now?
He's a month old as of
A month?
yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So yesterday.
Look at him.
Going by
He's
so
so beautiful.
fast. Thank you.
Oh, my
He's looking at
goodness,
the
his
lights right
hair
now, being
looks-
like, it's really bright.
Yeah,
Bonnie,
and his
you're
hair
right.
looks kind of on the red side.
Yeah.
There's
got red
tints of red,
highlights.
and he has an extreme receding hairline.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
Petals?
Yeah. Yeah,
But it
right now he's
does-
falling asleep. I guess we're born.
Oh, my goodness. It's
Yeah.
funny to think, though, the last view, well, actually, the last view that you were with
Yeah.
us, and you were here.
It was
and
right
and
before he
Charlie
was
was
born.
here.
Yeah, it was
and
right
you look
before he was
beautiful
born.
then, too.
Oh,
and
thanks.
now,
Oh, you don't have to suck up. It's
And now here he is, and we get to hold
fine. He's
him.
asleep.
hard to believe.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God,
he'll be
he's-
watching our shows until he gets old.
Like his dad. His
Yep.
dad's
Oh, yes.
good. He's
Oh,
always
yes.
from the beginning our #1 viewer.
Oh, yes.
He
So,
made us feel good.
yeah,
and
he's happy
he's
to be
such a
on
little
tonight.
peanut.
Yeah, he's a nugget. Right,
is
buddy?
so
He's like, all right, you
beautiful.
guys are really boring. He's like, let me go to sleep now.
So how are you managing, like, getting, are you
a
all used to the
routine.
a routine going
A
on?
little routine. Still not sleeping through the night, which is, well, obviously he's a baby. He's not going to sleep through the night. But I have to manage that coming back to work, make sure I get in some kind of a routine where he sleeps more. I put him to bed maybe earlier, and I go to bed earlier because I've been up late anyways, because that's my schedule normally. Just so I'm not like falling asleep at my desk or, So we have to get into a little bit more of a sleeping routine. But besides that, and keeping him up, try to keep him up more during the
During
day
the
so that he
day, right.
sleeps
Yeah.
at night. Because right now all he does is sleep in a swing. It's fantastic. I
Does
get
he?
stuff
Yeah,
done during the
yeah,
day.
when they
So,
go in.
but yeah, for the most part, we've adjusted. The first couple nights was not fun, and Matt and I looked at each other. We're like, "Oh, this is what it's like." And then we're like, "Oh, but we wouldn't trade it for the world." Oh, look, he's smiling now.
Yeah, look at him.
Mommy, he's
Yeah.
everything
Okay,
he's
you can
saying.
put that back in your mouth so you don't scream. He does. His screams have gotten a little more intense the past couple days. So, yeah. So, but he's such a little joy, and he loves being around people. And yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Do you
I
find
guess
yourself
not.
holding him and carrying him a lot?
Yeah. Oh, I have one of those Ergo babies, and I just got the insert, for the baby insert for it. So now I put him in the Ergo baby when I walk around the stores and stuff. So it's a
is
lot
that what
easier.
straps
Yes,
on?
yeah. It's a lot easier now food shopping because I took him food shopping. When was it? Like 2 weeks ago, and I put him in the cart, and I'm like, oh, there's no room for food. I had to like
didn't think of
pile
that.
it. He had granola bars sitting in his
Strawberries,
lap, and like strawberries up by his head. And looking at the cash register is giving me dirty looks, like you're doing this with a baby. So I put him in the Ergo baby now and walk around, and it's so much easier, much more room for groceries. It's nice.
And what is it, hooked to your shoulders? Or
No,
does
it's
it?
like a front backpack, and you pretty much put him in the backpack.
Oh,
so, yeah.
okay.
So you're still carrying him in the front?
In the front, yes, yeah, and it never stops. It
Yeah.
never stops.
That's
Yeah,
good.
do you have something to say about that?
Are you getting out at all? I know you went out on
I've become more comfortable with bringing him out with me. The first couple times, I stopped at every red light, put the car in park, and checked to make sure he was still breathing because I was so paranoid. Like going out the first couple times, okay, you're just done. And then after that, like I feel more comfortable bringing him out now to do groceries and Target shopping and
Yeah, see,
everything. And even like the germs, obviously you can't take them out for the first 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
he had a fever, so we weren't able to take him
no.
out. Yeah, but it was just a small one, and it went away after we gave him some baby Tylenol, which he did not like.
With
Yeah.
the little tube, is it the little
It's
like
it was
dropper
actually just like a
dropper?
little cup. It was like Yeah, and it's grape. It was just disgusting. I told him I hated that as a child. It was just, it's disgusting. But yeah, so I've been more comfortable with taking him out now and taking him to Matt's families or anywhere. So yeah,
See, that's
it's
good.
been a lot better. So.
And then they babysat one night,
Yep,
so you
yep,
could go
we were-
out on a date.
And I got a margarita.
You
Is that
did.
appropriate to talk about? Yeah. Yeah, it was fantastic, except my tolerance was nothing. And after one sip, Matt's like, you should stop. I was like, but it's 32 ounces. So yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. So, and
that's
it's
a
nice.
good thing.
His sister babysat another time, so we got to go to La Creta 2 nights in 1 week, which was heaven for Matt.
Yeah.
But I hated Mexican food when I was pregnant, so now I can I stuffed my
Yeah, I
face.
remember
Really?
you said that
I
when you were
stuffed
pregnant.
my face.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
you
so
didn't like-
good. It's as if I never had Mexican food before. And
Really?
yeah, it was really, really good. And I was able to
That's
try
funny.
the dip Matt swears by is queso fundido, I think how you
Yeah.
pronounce it. It's a cheese dip. I was never able to eat it. The first time I did eat it, I ended up getting sick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I guess I can eat Mexican food now. Oh, and we had, yeah, I know. And we had issues the whole time.
He doesn't want it.
He don't
He's-
want it.
he
He
just-
just wants to make a little
noise.
noise.
Yeah, you wonder what
He's
he dreams
fine.
about. Look at, he's given, he does this one eye thing where I open one eye and then shut it.
Little Popeye?
Like, yeah, a little Popeye.
See, you don't
Yeah,
want
no,
that.
he's
Don't
good.
shove it in his mouth.
He goes like this too. All the time. He's got a little sass to him for
Oh
sure.
my God, look at him.
Yeah.
He is
He's
so
passed
beautiful.
out. Oh, thank you. I love
Yeah.
I love that he's gotten chunky. I talk
Yeah.
about it all the time. I'm like obsessed with how chunky he is.
I think it's a good idea when they're,
Chunky?
well, yes, at the beginning, because
yes, they said it's good for the
yeah,
to
it
have the
doesn't
rolls in
hurt
the
them
fat.
at all,
And
yeah.
he was so small and
He
skinny when he was
was.
born that I was so sad that he didn't have rolls when he was born. And I'm like, I'll put rolls on you, and I did. So yeah,
It is.
now he's
It's-
passed out cold.
He is, he's
The life
tired.
of a baby.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah,
how
it's
about,
it's so tiring sleeping all day and then eating.
yeah, oh, right?
Yeah.
How is it for, like, during the day? Do you get any rest when he's taking his little
I've
nap?
learned to everyone, I think even some of you guys said sleep when he
Yes.
sleeps, and I've been
I
doing
did.
that. Yeah, my dad will call me like 5 times. You didn't answer your phone. I was sleeping. There's a
Yeah.
baby now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Now,
Yeah.
how long more do you have before you have to go back to work?
so May 8th is my target date.
Really?
Yeah. So only 2 more weeks. I
And
think it'll be a lot harder than expected.
So
Yeah.
Kevin's going to come out and wake you up at the desk?
Probably.
Because you're
I
gonna
was
be in the
gonna ask-
routine of
He's so
napping?
quiet when I take him into the office. I was just thinking about keeping him under my desk.
yeah, nobody will know.
If he ends up crying, I'll just apologize to whoever's there. No, so no, he's wide awake.
Yeah, I
you
remember
looking at the
this
lights?
age that one of my favorite things to do is you'd be lying, like taking that nap
Yeah.
with them in the afternoon and in the morning, and their little feet, like I just love to put their little foot in
Yeah.
my hand, you know, and just feel their little foot. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's all
No
these
greater love.
Yeah, there's all these tales about co-sleeping and how co-sleeping is bad, but I don't think it is.
How what is?
How co-sleeping is
Co-sleeping.
bad and it leads to SIDS
It's
and
a
all
new
this other
word.
stuff.
We used to just call it sleep with the baby.
Sleep with the
Now it's
baby. Yeah, now there's a
co-sleeping.
word
Co-
for it.
so- oh, okay.
So when
I'm
we
like,
take
what
naps
is
and
that?
we sleep together, and it actually, I've read research that it actually prevents SIDS because they get on my breathing pattern. He'll adapt to my breathing pattern, and yeah.
I don't think it hurts
I
them.
saw
Yeah,
a
no.
I
picture.
don't think it
God
hurts
bless you.
them at all. A lot of people
A
do
lot
that.
of people do it,
My
yeah.
kids
So when we
always
sleep
had
during the
them
day.
in bed with them.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, we
When we
always
sleep
with
during
the
the day,
kids.
we
My
sleep together in bed.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
I
Yeah.
saw a picture of this thing, and I don't even know what it was called, but it was like a bumper, but it was like an oval shape, and the parents, it's set between the parents, and they were all sleeping in the bed.
Oh my
So the
gosh.
baby was in that.
For
The
protection.
Oh,
cushion
it's
and the
it's like
Yeah.
a crib that you put in your bed.
Yeah, it
We,
looked like
we
it was
actually
all
might buy one of
quilted.
those. Yes.
And
And
so
it's got
for
bumpers
protection.
on the
right,
side.
so
Yes.
that dad doesn't roll over on top of
Dad
the baby.
has learned not to roll over on top of the baby. Dad knows he will die if he rolls over on top of the baby. So, right? He's smiling again.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Boy.
I remember when I had my
bonding.
daughter,
Yeah.
It is bonding, right?
I was so thrilled to have a girl after 3 boys.
Oh, I bet.
carried her around all the time. Till she was like 5 years old. I was still vacuuming with one hand and
Yeah,
had
carrying
Kirsten
her
on my
the
hip.
other.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
just-
did. I put him in the Ergo Baby and I vacuum.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
And
see,
I do
that's a
dishes
good thing.
and and he sleeps the whole time.
Those are all
He's
the
a great helper
new
around the
things.
house.
Describe the monitor now, because that's, it's
Oh.
just,
Oh, I
because with,
love
like, with
those.
our children,
We
it was,
haven't
you know,
actually-
but you couldn't see the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
like-
one actually has something on it where it detects their breathing too.
Oh, my,
wow.
what
Yeah.
a different world.
My
There you go.
grandchildren had the one that
likes it.
showed the pictures.
Yeah, so
You
it's
know,
a video.
yes.
We
So you
haven't
can
actually
see-
set
you
You
ours
can
up
see
yet.
them in the room.
We haven't set ours up yet because he sleeps
Right,
in
'cause
pack
just
and
that
play
mix.
in the room until he's 4 or 5 months old is what
Right.
they recommend. But this one, it's like watching a TV screen, and you can watch
Yeah.
it on the bed, and it
Oh
will
my
make a noise and blink if something's
any
wrong.
distress
If he's
at
like
all.
if he's frailing or crying, it
Yeah.
detects the noise, and then also because you put it right on their crib, it detects their breathing. So I
Wow.
was like, oh, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So
What a different
yeah.
world.
Yep.
My
So
I was gonna say, when mine
it's so
were
high
little,
tech.
It is.
they had
Motorola.
they had the monitor system, so you'd put it up in the baby's room. It was like a little walkie-talkie thing
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
That's
could
what I
listen.
Yeah,
remember,
that's-
right.
But in the
And then you
neighborhood,
could hear the crying. but
Oh,
you
I
couldn't
forgot
see him or
about that
anything.
well,
part. Oh,
we
you-
lived in a neighborhood, and we had 66 houses in the neighborhood, and it was a typical neighborhood, backyard to backyard.
Yeah.
And if somebody had a monitor and was on the
Oh, I
same
forgot about
frequency,
this.
and
Yeah.
we
Hear their baby?
Yeah.
You'd hear
no,
their
you
fights.
hear
You'd hear
people
their
talking. You
fights,
could hear
their
fights. You
talks.
could hear whatever
What?
was
But you
going
shouldn't
on in the
hear.
house.
That is
Yeah.
Oh, I
sweet.
forgot about
Yes.
that.
Oh, I
my
wish that still
gosh.
happened because we're in one of those neighborhoods now where you could
Oh,
probably
it
hear
was
the
the
neighbors.
Yeah.
If you picked up somebody, if you were all on the same
I
frequency,
forgot
you
about
could
that.
hear what
Yeah.
was going on in their
You
house.
really could. And then you'd worry about, like, what did we just say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, did they hear us?
that? Or,
Yeah.
oh, like, I forgot about
nice.
that.
Remember the old
Oh, my
monitors?
God,
I
Yeah.
think they've probably
unbelievable.
changed them since.
Oh, they have,
Sure.
because
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it was the same with cell phones.
Yes. Oh,
Cell
You can pick up
phones,
frequency. You can still
you
do
can
that.
do that on the scanner.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, really?
scanner, you'd hear your neighbor's whole conversation going over your scanner. This was years ago.
imagine?
But now they've changed
Yeah,
it,
now
the
it's better, but-
scanners.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could pick
can
up
pick up
everything.
somebody's
If your
frequency.
neighbor had a cell phone, you
Yeah.
could pick up their whole conversation.
know what's
It
going
was
on.
They know
terrible.
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or think way back to phones, just the phone that used to be on your wall. I remember,
party
but yeah,
line.
you'd pick it up and you'd hear somebody else talking,
Party
and then,
lines.
oh, you had to wait to make your
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Oh
now
my
it's,
goodness.
we're nervous because there's a whole thing on ABC about the smart TVs being hacked and being able to view into somebody's living room.
Yeah.
We have a smart TV, so Matt put tape over.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Well,
A lot of
Kirby, we are,
technology.
yeah, a lot of different things, and
Yes,
it's,
it
it's
has.
good. The greatest weakness is the greatest strength.
Oh,
It's
yes.
such a,
Oh,
a
yes.
mixed bag. But
Yeah.
Kirby, we are so happy to have our Charles
He's
here
very
with us.
happy and amused.
Yeah,
He's
he
good.
is. He's very,
And,
he's
and
fine.
someday he might be taking over the show.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be
First male
first
anchor.
male gift.
It's great to have you back, and,
Yeah,
and
it's
now
nice to be
finally
back.
we've
Fun
got
time.
him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
we did.
It's
It
so, it
is
was so
great.
nice to hold a little baby
Oh,
again.
God.
It's been
Little
so
slug.
many years since I held a little baby.
Are you
Boy.
stretching?
Oh
Well,
my God,
we should
look
hand
at
them
him.
over.
Let's
to,
hand him over.
Okay.
Meredith?
Come on out.
Mackenzie.
This is Meredith.
Mackenzie.
I'm sorry.
See?
Meredith and
This is
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie,
Mackenzie.
I'm sorry.
Sherry's
Oh,
daughter.
That's
Say
good.
hi,
Do it sometimes.
Mackenzie.
Bye, honey. Oh, my arm's going to fall off.
Yep, that's Sherry's daughter.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
came to help us out
She was
tonight.
once that small.
She was once
Yeah.
that, exactly that
It goes
size,
so fast,
and
I
she
know.
loves little children, and she's
good.
going to be graduating this
hired.
year and becoming a
Yay.
nurse. So it's
Wonderful.
great practice for her.
Yes,
so,
it is.
But
Very
no,
good.
boy, that was just wonderful.
If he
to
starts
have him
crying,
here.
we can edit it
Yeah,
out.
Mackenzie will just bring him back over
Yeah,
to
right,
us.
yeah.
So,
Sherry,
So-
did I hear you right when you said you did the marathon 5 years ago?
yes,
You
I
did.
did. Boy, thank you for remembering that.
Yeah,
because
when
you know,
I
it's,
seen that, I said, "Oh my God!"
That's what I
didn't
said too
know
when I found
Hey
out.
guys,
Yeah.
thank you. It's quite a, it's hard to express, but even watching this year's, like, I really got emotional. Thank you for
I'm sure-
recognizing
oh, I
that,
watched
'cause
that
it's not
whole
something you say, you don't really tell people, but
Yeah.
it was 5 years ago, and
Yeah.
it was the year before
I was
the
gonna say,
devastating
yeah, that was,
bombing.
yeah.
And but
You were
our
lucky.
time, yeah, we were
Yeah.
blessed, and our time was the one that we had the horrible heat, so it was 93 degrees, And when I was training for it, I kept saying to my family that the only thing I was truly afraid of, was heat. Because they had us training in cold. I did it for the juvenile
People have
diabetes.
heat strokes. And
Oh, you
yeah.
did?
Yeah, I raised money, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you, people from the community, the town, family were so generous. You know, we raised
that's
close to
good.
$10,000 for
Wow.
juvenile
That's
diabetes.
awesome.
You only they were only hoping for 4,
Yeah.
but then the day came, and the one thing I didn't want, the heat. And I was petrified of the heat. And then they were nice enough at the Boston Marathon to give us the option to opt out, and you could pick to do it the next year, which would have been the bombing.
Yeah.
So
And I was on the bus that they guided us with the Boston police, and I made the decision that I was going to go through with it, because you're ready. And
you've prepared. You've
you were
trained for it.
prepared,
Yeah.
but I think because of the heat, it was so, it just had even different emotion, because all of us out there were helping each other, you know, and it was fun, and people were giving us popsicles and bottles of
that's
water,
awesome.
and little kids would come running over, you know, with ice cubes.
That's
you know,
amazing.
so
How
yeah.
long did you train?
Probably from October. Well, you're really kind of like in the mode. Like I started to run, and I loved running. So you kind of get up in your miles, and I probably was at like the 10-mile mark. I'd done a couple half marathons, pokey. You know, I mean, I'm not out there. You know, but, you know, but my little
that's-
speed. But
Yeah.
thank you.
That-
It was
That's such an
That's
accomplishment.
really, yes.
guys.
That
you know.
definitely is an
Thank
accomplishment.
you. It means the world, because it kind of came. You know, thank you. That's really
Yeah.
sweet of you.
I
yeah.
mean,
That's
I
so
watched the
awesome.
whole thing,
Wow,
right,
know,
on TV.
yeah.
I watched the whole thing. I mean, so many parts of it just touched you.
Bring tears
Oh
to your
my
eyes.
Like
God,
this
like
year
the
with the
woman-
veteran who carried the flag,
Right,
the woman
that
that,
was
they
the-
carried.
the-
Yes.
Yes, the
veteran.
Oh, there's
veteran
so many
with one
stories.
leg.
Yeah.
I mean, one leg,
The
and he carried the
stories.
flag, and
the
he
other one
did
that
the whole
carried a
thing,
woman.
and the other, and they carried the woman over, and then the woman that ran it 50 years ago.
She's the first woman to run the Boston Marathon,
Right.
and she got a lot of heat.
Well, she's the first official woman.
Official woman,
When
yeah.
you read about
That's
it, there
right.
was
Yeah.
women that were hiding out,
Yeah.
running the marathon, but they didn't get
the
their
credit
bibs
for it,
and
did
their
not
stuff.
get
numbers
their
and
bibs and
everything
their credit.
because they couldn't be in
Yeah.
the marathon. But she went in and they tried to take that off her.
Yeah.
When she
They
was
did. The
20,
commissioner even
they,
gave
they
her a push.
pushed,
You see
yeah,
in the
pushed up
pictures
her.
too,
tried
the men
to-
behind her.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
they
running.
tried to take,
They-
and
that's
she
right.
just didn't give
No,
up.
she did.
And she came
She was-
back
oh.
50 years later. She's 70
And
years
she looked
old.
fantastic.
She looked unbelievable.
I was like, wow, she's in better shape than me.
I looked at her and I'm like, oh my God, she's my age. And look at her. I couldn't believe it.
Boy, what
Huh?
an honor.
Yeah, right? But I'm like, oh my God. I said,
Yeah.
she's 70 years old.
Yeah.
And
But she didn't look it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I
My
had to keep
goodness.
thinking to myself, well, 50 years ago, was she 17 when she did this? Was
Yeah.
she, you know? But they said
about
she
it.
was 70
70.
now. So
maybe she
had to
looked
be
in the
20.
old bit, like around 20. Probably
Early
she was
20s.
with her
She had to
boyfriend.
be
Yeah.
I think her
Yeah.
boyfriend and her were running it back then
Yeah,
together.
She said
but
it was amazing.
wow,
Yeah.
my goodness.
And she
That's-
just wanted
yeah.
to do it and finish.
Wow.
That's
you
the nice
know.
thing about Boston is you see all these other marathons like
yeah.
Chicago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't see the
Emotion
togetherness,
and
the
toge-
emotion,
Oh,
the-
Everyone.
the
the,
emotion.
the
It's
love that you
real.
see at the
It
Boston
is
Marathon
real.
every single
Yeah.
year, usually crossing
Yeah.
the finish line.
Right.
You don't see that at all these other
No.
marathons.
No.
And I have
No.
a good friend who's run like the Chicago, the Disney, the Boston Marathon, and she said nothing compares to Boston.
No, they say that.
Yeah.
They say
Oh,
that's
it's-
really.
Yeah.
It's really a-
They say
And that's
that's and to watch the whole thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I just sat there.
Yeah.
Me and my grandson, because he stayed, and
Yeah.
I just watched the whole thing, and
Aw.
we were like, "Oh my God!"
That's,
and
yeah.
he, you know, he's going into the
Yep.
Navy next year.
Yeah.
And to see these veterans and
Oh, take
you
your breath
know,
away.
Inspiring.
it's really,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's really something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
quite.
To run the Boston Marathon, do you have to qualify by proving that you've run like other marathons?
Time-wise,
Yes,
you
What
need
is
to
you
there-
can qualify, and for the women, it's a little slightly higher than the men, have to go faster than the women. But then another way to do it is that if you can be selected by a charity, you know, and you
And then
apply,
raise a certain amount,
yeah, and, you know,
yeah.
and you've got to share your story and you know why you'd like to do it, and that you have been running, you know, and then that was beautiful too, because if you're doing it as an individual, it's tough because you're by yourself, you know,
Yes.
because it is kind of a lonely thing.
Yeah.
But being part of the juvenile diabetes, you became a family, and John would drive me down to Boston, and then the group of us would meet, and you ran, in the cold and supported each other. So it was really quite a
That was
beautiful
wonderful.
thing.
That was
Yeah.
a big thing for
Thank
you.
you. It
That's
really was.
very-
You're going to make me
yeah.
cry, Bonnie, because it kind of came and
I
went,
mean-
and
Wanna
it was
run it
quite,
again?
I'll do it with you. It's but yeah,
Hey, you
You're
never
like,
know.
oh,
She
yeah,
was
that's
70.
true.
you never
That's
know.
true.
I'll stand on the side and cheer you guys
Yeah,
on.
and give us, but
Oh, my
and then when you
goodness.
think of like the of what happened the next year,
Yeah.
I mean
Oh,
the
I
people,
know.
And how
How
you could have been
devastating.
there,
Oh,
having
yeah.
the heat and
Goodness.
everything.
That was-
the families on the sideline.
Yeah.
And,
I thought
you
it
know.
was touching when I seen the winner go over to the Richards family.
Yes,
And,
yeah.
oh my God, that was like,
yeah.
oh, I mean, those people, what they went through, what
Yeah.
that family went through.
Have you guys
Yeah.
seen the Mark Wahlberg movie?
I have.
No.
Yeah.
You need to about the marathon
Oh,
bombing.
really?
It
It's
is
very, yeah.
fantastic.
See,
it
that
really.
might-
It's
Oh,
yeah.
there wasn't a
Patriots
dry-
Day,
yeah,
everyone. You
Patriots Day.
should
There was
see
not a
Patriots
dry eye
Day.
in the theater, but I kind
Yeah.
of touched base. I touched base with most of the families that were affected that day.
Yeah.
Three different lives and how everyone,
Yeah.
got to know each other. And now you see today too, like. A couple runners married, like the people who saved them and
Right.
stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's so much. I feel like so much more good came out of that day than it did the negative. As much as it's sad to lose those people,
Yeah.
so much more good came out of the day. And like we pulled together and showed.
It
Yeah, we
really
really
was
were
Boston.
Boston
Yeah.
strong,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
Which was
and
good.
it's funny, Bonnie, that you're bringing this up too, because it was on our list, but the what the emotion you brought up with it. But there's an attorney in town called his name is Attorney Frank Simler, and we were in contact today because he was really the person behind the scenes of Boston Strong, and most people don't know this right from our area that
Wow.
put most of that Boston Strong together and brought in big name entertainment, and got lots of money donated to it. And and actually he wants to be on The View,
Oh,
so maybe
very
you
good.
know,
That would
yeah,
be
he'd
cool.
be honored
That
to
would
be
be
with
cool.
us and talk more about
Yeah.
it.
More about the-
But Monday was an emotional, beautiful day,
Yeah.
and we'll never forget all
No.
those people and
No.
family and runners, and so good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
hey,
is good
that was
stuff.
very nice.
On a more
Oh,
negative note,
another.
it was kind of shocking to wake up to the news the other day.
Yesterday.
Yeah, his about Aaron Hernandez committing suicide.
I know.
Very sad.
He was he had a Bible verse written on his forehead too,
Yes.
but his spokesperson refuses to think that he committed suicide. So I guess they're launching an investigation.
No, it's done. It was
Oh, it
on
is
the
done?
news before
It
I
is done.
came
Okay,
in,
so
that it was definitely
it was.
suicide.
I was gonna say, how else would
How could they
nobody could stage that exactly in a
barricade
jail?
the door?
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, it was barricaded
Yeah.
from the inside. How
Yeah.
would the person have
No,
gotten
he
out?
wasn't convicted. Was he convicted?
Not of that one.
Not of that one,
the
but of a
two,
different
But
one.
the other,
Yes.
Odin
Yes.
Lloyd.
Odin Lloyd, he was
Yeah.
But
convicted
do
of
you
that.
know now that he committed suicide? That's taken away.
It is. Because it was never completely proven.
Oh,
so
no,
yeah.
because he had an appeal going. If
That's
you
right,
have an
yes,
appeal
yeah.
going,
Until
and
proven.
what happens in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and I don't know what other states, but they were saying Massachusetts
Yeah.
because that's where it happened,
Yeah.
that's the end of it. He's not listed as being a murderer.
A murder.
So
So
for
in the
his
history
legacy,
books, his
Yeah.
legacy, he's not gonna. Wow. He,
No. I feel
I don't want
very.
to say this in a
I
mean way, but he
don't-
played that well. Like
I mean, it's a terrible
It
thing.
is, yeah.
But I feel my heart goes out to his family.
Oh, definitely.
I
Oh,
mean,
definitely.
You know, when someone commits suicide,
It's-
that is a
it's
very.
It's very sad.
Lonely, empty,
It's
broken.
for the
Yeah.
family. They're hurting the
Yeah.
family
Yes, yep, yep.
in a terrible way.
In a terrible way, yeah.
They're leaving the family
Yeah.
with that,
Yeah.
and
he took the
it's
easy
sad.
way out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
he-
everyone they leave
Yeah.
behind.
So he was a coward.
Yeah.
I read as well that they're going to study his brain. His brain is going to be turned over
What? That's actually kind of
to
cool.
Boston University, and they're going to study it because you know how they say that the football players get all these concussions and then
Yeah.
things happen years
Yeah.
down the road.
Isn't that could well be,
So
you're right.
they want to study his brain, so they're in the process of waiting, and the medical examiner is going
Wow,
to
that's-
be turning the brain over.
That's actually kind of
study.
cool. What you can
Yeah.
get from somebody else. I don't
Well,
know.
remember
But you
that
know,
another
before
movie
he
came-
became a football player, he was
Was
A
he still-
troubled,
Anyway.
trouble,
yeah.
Well, in
He-
college,
lot of,
he got in trouble with using illegal drugs and criminal activity
yeah, he
when he was
did
in
He had a
college.
past.
but-
yes,
Yeah.
he did
Yeah.
have
Did he
a
do
past.
time in jail before?
No, I don't think he
Earlier?
did
I think
time
so. I
in
don't think so.
jail. But I think it's sad, I think it's sad because you take a person like him that came from a bad environment,
Yeah.
family-wise and whatever,
Yeah.
and then you give him $18 million
Yeah.
a year.
He made
and it
40.
costs-
$41
signing.
million contract.
That's
He
what
had a
he
$41 million
had just
contract.
signed right before.
It goes right to their head, and
Yeah.
all they
How do
know
you
is to
handle
be
that?
bad.
To be bad, yeah.
I mean,
And that's why they need to have financial advisors when these young guys get signed to these sports teams. They should have to have a financial advisor.
Yeah.
It's mandatory that you meet so many times per year with the financial advisor. And that will help get them started on the right path.
yeah.
And
you
you
know?
need counselors
I mean, because
too,
I couldn't,
you know.
if I was handed that money, oh God, I'd blow it.
You know, and
Like-
where
but
he, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, like Gronkowski, I think
Yeah.
he said he hasn't used any of his
He saved, yeah.
his paychecks yet. Is it
Yeah.
he's living off of the endorsements?
Endorsements,
And
yeah.
he's just been banking his
Yep.
paychecks from the Patriots.
Did you
Oh
also
my
see what he
God.
did yesterday to Sean Spicer at the
Yeah.
White
I
House?
saw that
that
Making
was
clip. That was
funny.
funny. That was
And
That
Sean
was
Spicer was
funny.
like, that was cool.
and he's
was
like, how do you
funny.
follow that?
Yeah, right.
That was funny.
Yeah.
And that's just like so typical of Gronkowski. But I mean, you know, here he came, didn't he come onto the team the same time Hernandez
I thought
brought
so.
onto the Patriots?
Yeah.
2010.
So you just kind of look at the two paths, right?
Yeah.
Who took the high road and who took the
Yeah.
low road?
Yeah.
He's such like a big goofball though.
Yeah.
He is. He's
Like-
a big kid.
Yeah, didn't you meet his family?
Yes, we did.
Or,
We
yeah,
met his brother.
brother, yeah, because
And,
he has a
yeah,
couple
oh,
brothers.
They
Yeah.
have a Gronk Fitness,
Oh.
and just a
Wait,
great
where's
family.
this?
Well, it's actually down the street. No,
Oh.
Gronk Fitness. They actually sell fitness equipment to police departments, schools. They set up gyms, and they do a lot of fundraising behind
That's
the scenes. Great
awesome.
family, and
Yeah.
all of them involved in sports. Most all professional at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just a great,
so
great family. Yeah, we
cool.
happened to meet
Yeah.
them in Newport, which was surprising. So.
Yeah, that's
You
very
know,
cool.
yeah,
Very
very,
nice.
yeah, great, nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
good stuff.
But-
But again, final word is that our hearts and thoughts and prayers go
Go
to
out to his
Aaron and his
family.
family, because it's a tough
It
road.
is.
and,
It's-
you know,
I-
And
it's-
especially
yeah,
with the
sad
Bible
and
verse
tough.
written on his
Yeah,
forehead.
For the
It's
family,
just
it's
sad.
tough.
Yeah, I don't believe
Yeah.
it was all bad. I think
No,
there was a lot
no.
of good in there too.
I don't
and
know. They
Just
say he was a
misguided.
master manipulator.
Oh yes. you know.
And so he was a thug.
Yeah.
And the Patriots knew he was a thug, I think,
Yeah.
when they took him on. So
And Bill Belichick, his only word was, "It's tragedy," because
Yeah.
he's a very one-worded guy. And
Right.
it's true, it is
Tragedy.
tragedy.
That's the best
because
word,
he could have
actually.
taken the high road and
Yeah.
he didn't. So.
Yeah.
I think, though, my own feeling is I think they get too much money in
And it-
their
yeah, like you
mind.
said, it
They
goes
just
to their
don't
head.
know
Yep.
what to
Friends
do.
come over to the work
There
with
is
it.
no
Aren't your friends?
reason
Yeah.
to receive
Yeah.
that kind of money.
Yeah.
No.
Not to be
No.
a sports fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's so half the guys don't even step foot on the field, and they get how much money a year? Like
It's crazy.
I would like
It would
$2
be
million to sit on a bench.
sit on the bench and put a uniform
Yeah.
on.
Just sit there and look pretty.
I think we'll send them a letter and find out if we can all sit on a bench
Londonderry
and put a
View, we're
uniform.
available. We can do, what do you call it, guest?
we'll put the shoulder
shows.
pads on.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Patriots shirt.
Yeah, for small
We'll sit there with
endorsements.
helmets
We'll be the
on
new
us.
cheerleaders.
We'll
That's all.
come to the game.
Have you
never
looked at
know.
us lately? Do you think
Me
we
especially. No.
do you think we could be one of the Patriots cheerleaders?
No, I know I definitely can't.
Well, I think we need to move to our next topic.
Well, on a happy note, it was nice to see our Patriots team at the White House
the
in
White House.
Washington,
Yes.
D.C. with our president.
Yeah.
I mean, that represented our area.
Too bad Bill O'Reilly wasn't there to report on it.
Yes,
So our
yes.
next topic then,
Yeah.
Kirby, we'll let you run with that one.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm sad. Also, because the late, we used to love watching Bill.
Bill O'Reilly.
His favorite, the first thing he heard was Bill O'Reilly's voice. The second he came out, Bill O'Reilly reruns at on the news at CMC. But yeah, no, I liked Bill O'Reilly. I thought he had both. He tied in both sides. He had his own opinion. He didn't back down to certain people. He was
Right.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily agree with everything he said,
Yeah.
but he was entertaining.
Right, but he always asked the questions that I'm sitting on the couch asking.
Exactly.
right.
Well, why
You're right.
didn't they do
He
this?
had the
And-
people's
and
perspective.
He asked those
Yes.
questions.
Yeah.
And
that's
he
what
was.
I liked
I'm
about
wondering
him.
if Jesse Waters is going to take over for him because Jesse Waters sat in a couple times.
Tucker.
Oh,
Somebody-
my
Tucker
goodness.
Carlson. Yes.
You might have heard it
He-
here first,
Well,
Kirby.
the
That's a good
5 is
call.
now going to be at prime time. So what Bill O'Reilly's slot was is now going to be the 5, which is a show that happens earlier in the day. I know too much. Not all I just do is
Watch Fox TV
yes.
all day.
So then, I don't know who's taking in the spot of the 5, but the woman who's been sitting in the past week while he's on vacation, which he was on vacation,
Yeah.
she is just blow.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
we were watching her last night, and we're like, she's got no, like she's
Well,
a nice.
I think the ratings are gonna. I think the ratings will go down.
Oh, I
They're
agree
gonna- I
with
think
you.
they'll
I think
lose
it was a
viewers.
mistake to jump to the conclusion of fire him.
I do
Because
too.
I mean, how many Fox has had how many harassment charges in the
Right,
past year?
and
But he's like he is Fox News, like Bill O'Reilly. He after Megyn Kelly left, like he became.
I know. So they
Yeah.
lost Megan, they lost him.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
to me, that was.
No, because then there's Tucker Carlson. I like him. He's really good. He's funny, but he just doesn't have the O'Reilly funk.
Yeah.
Like
And O'Reilly
Bill
always
O'Reilly.
came out
Presence,
with
the
the
presence.
words at the end. Don't be like
Yeah.
pugnacious and
Yeah.
The
I'm
one
trying to think
thing-
some of the other words.
he had his own dictionary.
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
did.
The
He
one thing
did.
I didn't like was how much he promoted himself in his books. Like I'm like, you're
Right.
promoting this book again?
Regan,
This is-
Killing
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
books
work.
has
They
he
are
done?
great books.
I think
They're
there's
very
like 6
good.
or 7
Yeah,
there.
There's
well
that
written.
many.
It's very
yeah,
good
and
historical accounts.
They are very
Yeah.
good books, and I know
But
I'm
I
sure
know, I
he.
always question
But
that
I'm
at
like,
the
for
end.
20 minutes, you're talking about yourself and your own
Yeah.
book, like
And you can get it. Part
kind of
of my club.
narcissistic in a way, but
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good point.
Now,
Kirby,
have
it's
you
true.
read any of his books?
I didn't. I watched one of the movies though. Killing Reagan was a movie.
Yeah.
I
so-
started reading one of the books. I don't remember which one it was, but I think it's still in my nightstand drawer. I never got through it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I got like a free tote bag with it.
Yeah. Gotta get the books in. But no, I just thought it was a. I don't think it was
John
a.
loves them all, but
Yeah,
he's
no,
read
they're
them all,
good.
but
I don't think it was a good move by Fox.
No,
No.
no. I think it's
So-
a tough position to be
Well,
if you're in
you know,
his shoes.
they're
I feel like they didn't
alleged,
take time to investigate enough.
right, and it's
yeah.
they're alleged sexual harassment
Alleged,
things.
yes.
Now
Yeah.
they said they have paid off people over a 15-year period
Yep.
between Bill O'Reilly and
And
Fox.
he just signed a brand
Just-
new contract, so they just screwed themselves
Yeah.
for $20 million because
Right.
he's still going to get that money.
But the problem is, how many women say, sexual harassment? Well, wait a minute. You're an adult,
Yeah.
okay?
I
You
agree.
say
Don't put
no.
yourself in the
Yes.
situation.
And
oh,
how many
I think
times?
all those women did.
Yeah, and the other
There's a little
thing
background music.
I hear him.
And the other thing is, women with the sexual harassment, yes, I'm sure there's a lot that goes on.
Yep.
However, if somebody does something or says something inappropriate, aren't you going to open your mouth and come right back at them?
Exactly.
And the other thing is,
They wait
how
too
many-
long. They
but
wait
they-
till the last
but-
minute.
because it's all about the money.
That's
It's
right.
all about
it's
the
about
money.
the money, but it's about their job and getting it. And that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what?
People don't open
You-
their mouth for fear.
Now,
Yep.
you get
They
tough skin.
definitely
Yeah.
do.
You have to get tough skin
Like,
in that
Because
business.
we're not in that position
Yeah.
to know what kind of tough skin
Yeah.
they need to be.
Exactly.
They're young and they're
Yeah.
Impressionable
when,
and you're
yeah,
trying- the
and
attention
they're
of
Half
trying
the
to
time you
get
wonder
ahead.
if they're telling the truth because
Mm-hmm.
Andrea, or I forgot her last name. She was on the 5, Matt's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to be obsessed with watching her, but she came out I think it was last fall
Mm-hmm.
and said Roger Ailes sexually assaulted her. I think it was Roger Ailes who she accused of,
Mm-hmm.
but. The main reason they were saying was because her book was inappropriate and that Fox News didn't approve her book and she fought back on that and that's why she was really fired. But you wonder if these women are actually coming forward and telling the truth, or if there's
agree.
another back reason
Yes.
behind,
And what about if there's a conversation, you're having a cup of coffee and you're talking with your coworker,
Yeah.
okay, and it's a male, and there might be some sexual innuendos that go back and forth,
People make
and
sexual
you're
jokes all the
laughing.
time. Yeah.
Exactly. Are you going to all of a sudden turn around and say, oh, so-and-so
He assaulted me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or if
sexual
you
harassment?
think of it 5 years later and it could
Yeah.
work to your advantage.
Yes.
then I
Right,
think
yeah.
so-
So that's
and
why I
it's
think
not all
Fox
the
jumps
cases
the
by
gun
any
way
means.
too
There's
much.
some
Yeah.
very real cases, but you
Yeah.
do wonder.
Yeah,
if
there is
Yeah.
a lot
How
of real
many-
Very real
cases that we
cases,
don't
yeah,
even hear
yeah.
about.
Although
But,
the
I
actual.
mean, I have 2 daughters. and
Yeah.
I would never say
Right.
somebody isn't saying the right thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how I
No,
feel.
but
And I have granddaughters.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And the
Oh, yeah.
same thing. I mean, if one of them said something like that,
Then you-
and then you get
It's
these
just the
people that
timing
are on
that's
the
a little
outside
weird.
It
that are
is,
like,
yeah.
oh, it could be wrong.
Yeah.
And they could be just saying it and all this. But
It
Well,
could go
there's
either way.
two sides to every
Exactly.
story.
Yeah,
And
and
Fox,
then the
the
truth.
timing of the ones with Fox is a
Exactly.
little off,
Yes.
and that's why makes it weird. They probably could be telling the truth, but the timing is just
yeah.
not right.
And the world has changed so much.
It
To go back
has.
to 2006,
Oh, yes.
2008, when these allegations first started
Yep.
with him, to now, like when I think of when I was a young teacher, what was socially acceptable then
Right.
compared to now?
And that
Everyone
women
has
are so
different
much more
standards.
promiscuous
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yes, and
Definitely.
so it's
So-
very hard because things that were okay then are now you could end up with a horrible lawsuit.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then I wonder too, like we hear of women constantly, but there
Yeah.
have to be a lot of men of all ages that are going through this because of women too.
Right.
That
Yeah,
have
vice versa,
taken
yeah.
advantage of their
Yeah.
position. So,
Yeah.
Definitely.
but it's interesting. It really is.
The
times have
actual View
changed.
was very happy Bill O'Reilly left.
I bet.
Oh yes.
And here we
Whoopi
go.
Goldberg
It's the
was really
Democrats and the
happy.
liberals are
Right?
behind
Yeah.
it, and they're the ones that got him off Fox.
So that's the first thing they talked about the other day. They're like, he's gone. I was like, oh, our show's so much better.
Yes, we'll have to invite them on sometime.
Yes.
But yes.
We talk about, we have some upcoming.
We have some exciting things
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah.
We really do.
Got
We've been
some-
working hard, the 4 of us,
Right.
coming up with some great guests for the upcoming episodes that we have for May and June. Our biggest guest that we are so grateful that Kirby has really
it's
brought
all of
on
us.
to us, a little group effort, but Kirby really got the ball rolling for us. Governor Sununu is
Yeah.
going to be with us in June, and it's going to be a very exciting time
That's
for
gonna
us.
be wonderful.
Very
Yeah.
exciting.
Our ratings.
So we're working on our date now in June, so stay tuned for that. And then Bonnie has figured out a very sweet place for us to actually bring the set to. So Bonnie, why don't you tell us about that place?
The Nestle Toll House Cookie Place in Derry.
Woman, you're gonna help me
It
lose
is-
weight, not gain it.
It is absolutely fantastic.
Mackenzie's
It's
been
the
there, loves
cutest
it.
place, and
I
I
might go
talked
after
to the
tonight.
girl.
Yeah.
I did talk to the girl there, and I asked her, would she be interested if we taped at her
Charles
show?
wants to go too.
Yep,
Charles.
he can
Yeah.
come.
He'll have to
And
come up.
she said she'd love it. So
we get free
So,
cookies?
we're gonna do
That's
that.
nice.
I don't know. I didn't get that far yet.
one free cookie or
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
one
it
Kind
drink.
of like
should
the ones
be.
you get at Market Basket.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like unbelievable in there. I mean, I was like, oh my God.
Anyone want to go after
And
this?
it's
Oh,
so
Mackenzie
bright
loved it
and
too.
beautiful and everything in there.
Wow, that's awesome.
And wonderful
Yeah.
that they're welcoming us to come
Right.
and
Yep,
tape our
that's
show
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
And so that, and
Oh,
then
that's
Kathy,
dangerous.
yeah, that's gonna. And
It's
then
the first
Kathy
thing I
has
ate was
another
cookie
one.
dough.
Yeah.
If we could go to both these places on the same day, it would be perfect because Kathy, you have arranged for us to go
To the Grind Rail Trail Cafe in Derry. One of the owners, Carmel, is welcoming us as well to
pretty
come
great.
and
Which is
hold our
awesome.
show there. And
They had
they're
fantastic
a
food.
coffee house, and they've got sandwiches and breakfast things, and
Yeah.
it's all like locally sourced. Their products are all locally sourced, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So
And
we
two
got-
moms that came up with that idea to start
Yes.
the
Yeah.
real.
They
together.
got out
Yeah,
of
that was
the
awesome.
rat race, and
Yeah.
I know Carmel used to work in the IT world, and I met her through my husband because she used to work for my husband. So yeah, more power to them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And they've Oak Grove their first location now to their
Yep.
bigger.
Their
and-
bigger
Which
location.
is a very
Yeah,
nice. It's very
beautiful.
retro. It's very cool.
Oh, very
And
nice.
they actually came up with the idea. I believe she said they were I think they were riding bikes through the rail trail. And they got off and they said, oh, there's no place around here to get a cup of coffee. And the idea just snowballed, you know.
Oh, the
and
best ideas.
awesome.
yeah,
right?
so
That'd be
I'm
great.
looking
Very
forward
successful.
to doing both of those. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be fun.
So we have a lot of exciting things
Yeah.
coming up
Yeah.
in the next couple months. And please, we welcome your ideas and thoughts and guests. If you have an idea of anyone that should be on, let us know. And Kirby, if you could give our audience the
The
email.
LondonderryView4@gmail.com. I know we've gotten a couple emails in the
have
past
recently,
couple weeks. I
yeah.
stalked it yesterday. Yeah, so looking forward to it.
Very good.
And thank you, everyone. And very excited to all be back together again. And we'll see you soon.